Hello everyone. Today I wanted to set up my traveler's notebook with you all. This is the traveler's notebook from the Wanderings, which I ordered off Amazon. And it comes with 3 notebooks, the blank ones, and they all lay flat, which is wonderful. I also purchased separately the craft and PVC insert. So this is the craft one, and it has some kind of file folder folders with some card slot folders, and it's fairly heavy duty, I would say. And then I also bought the PVC, or it came with the PVC, sorry. And it has the card slots, which I'm not quite sure what I'll put in there yet. And then a larger pocket, as well as a zippered pocket to hold stickers and other decals and whatever else that you want to tuck in there. And then the cover itself has some card slot pockets as well as 2 larger pockets, one in the front and one in the back. So the next series here is you'll see me build out my 3 notebook inserts, the first being the task notebook, and then you'll see me build out the art notebook, and then the commonplace notebook. And those are the 3 notebooks that I will have in my traveler's notebook setup. And then I will walk you through some test pages in the paper, because that is what we all need and are concerned with, right? The paper quality and how it holds up to different media that we throw at it. So be on the lookout for that, or feel free to fast forward to near the end of the video where you can see the pages being tested. Okay, so let's just go through this now that it's completed. So this is my traveler's notebook from Wanderings, and we have the Coffee Monsters Co. vinyl sticker on the little insert here, on the craft insert. My first booklet, again, is a to-do booklet to really just kind of track all the to-dos so I can easily mark them off and see what I have to do and pick and choose what's priority for that day. The second book is the kind of commonplace planner type book. So just something I carry around and jot down thoughts or, ramblings or memes or whatever else, quotes, etc. That I always come across in my day to day that I'm always like tabling or tabbing in my brain. And noting in my phone notes app and stuff. And so this will be a great place to kind of land it. And if I need to expand, I can use my daily journal to expand on any sort of thoughts. And then the last book, I decided to make it a art book, so sketch doodle art book, just to kind of get that therapeutic artful release, I guess, if you will. I anticipate that my to-do list book will be used a lot faster, so I'm sure I'll need a refill for this faster before I actually complete the other two. I also wanted to show you the test page. So one of my biggest concerns always with any notebook is how it can handle different mediums, from pens to markers to paint to ink. And so this, again, I did a ton of review before I actually landed on buying these books. And I mean, these inserts came with this traveler's notebook, so that was great. But they do sell I can't remember what the pack was. I think it's like a 6-pack maybe, or a 3-pack of notebooks. And again, you can get them blank, dotted, or grid. Anyways, here is the test, and I am so thrilled with the results. I'm just going to pull it a bit closer here. Okay, so as you can see, I have two test pages. This one is for the Sailor markers, the Faber-Castell Gelatos, Carnage Neo Colors 2, which are watercolor type crayons, fountain pen ink swatches, stamping, because this was a big piece of it, and watercolor. And so what I'm really looking for is how the paper holds up, if there's any sort of pilling on the paper. I'm also looking for ghosting and bleeding, that sort of thing. So if I flip this over, I also have a test page for pens. So this is all my pens, from jelly rolls to regular pens to gel pens to Sharpie markers, etc. And also my fountain pens, my Stabilo markers, the Zig Dot markers, the Zebra Mild liners, Posca paint pens, Tombow markers, and Ohuhu markers. Clearly I have a marker problem, but I will say that I do use all of these. So it is stuff that I use and not just hoard around. So here's that first page, and you can see outside of, the two stamps here. So this is the, oh goodness, what is it called again? The archival black ink, and it always goes, even on my Hemlock and Oak, even at 120 GSM, it goes, and this is 100 GSM. Even on my thinner paper, 85 to 70 or 70 GSM or 85 GSM in different notebooks, it also goes. It's just the ink itself. And then this is a different cloud. Oh, I don't even remember what it's called. Cloud something. And it also kind of bled and ghost quite heavily, I would say. Watercolor, fountain pen swatches, other watercolor mediums held up really, really great. And I would almost say too, there's almost like when I laid the wet mediums down, it almost didn't absorb. It's almost like there's a coating. I don't know if this is coated or uncoated, but it almost felt like there was a coating on the paper where it didn't, I don't know how to explain it. It just didn't absorb the same way. So I was really thrilled to see that. And you kind of get that same, if you're into tactile feel with like the Tomo River papers and the Pikas and stuff, when they have ink and mediums on them, you get that same feel, which I love. And then here's the last test page. You can see these are all my pens and markers, as I mentioned before. And again, it's really just that black Stabilo marker, or like highlighter, I guess you will, and the YNC calligraphy, which I suspected would kind of do the ghosting and bleeding. Otherwise, fairly well. And the Zig markers always sort of have a little bit of ghosting or bleeding depending on how heavy you push down on the ink itself and how much it saturates the paper. But I am beyond thrilled. These are going to hold up very well for the type of mediums that I use for art journaling and creating and just everyday documentation. So I couldn't be any more happier, and I hope this actually convinces you that you don't need I don't know how expensive traveler's notebooks can get. Obviously, get one that, is within your budget and fits, your desires, and kind of the feel and all that stuff. But really for $50 Canadian, that I think I got this off of Amazon. Plus I think the inserts were $14 for the two. So I would say like for under like $65, $70 Canadian, you get a really good traveler's notebook. So I will likely post another video up in, I don't know, a month or so time to kind of see and show you how it's actually going and if this is actually a practical solution for my everyday go sort of daily life. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.